Hello dear YouTuber friends, and I do hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to this new video. This is a review, what's she doing down there, of the newly released Lukla or Lukla Airport. Only available currently on PC, Microsoft Flight Sim. I've no doubt something like this will likely find its way to Xbox. A very inexpensive upgrade for Lukla Airport. Looking at my bank statement, currently it's cost me just under £9. So very reasonably priced. In this video I'm going to give you a review of this airport add-on. Is it worth your time buying? Do you fly in and out of Lukla Airport quite a lot? I find myself flying in and out of it quite a few times. So yeah, quick review, performance analysis, and just generally, is it worth? Well, in this case, it seems to be around that £9 price mark. Okay, let's not dilly-dally. Let's get on with this video. Okay, so let's go over some of the details and give you a quick tour of this new add-on. Details. The only place I could find it available was through Aerosoft. I'll link the page where I found it down below in the description. Bit of a faff there, PC users. You have to install the once you buy it, you have to install the Aerosoft 1 piece of software. Good news is, if you don't know where your community folder is, it just seems to install it via Aerosoft 1, and then it's available for you in Sim. So that could be both good and bad news. I just found that a little bit of a faff that I had to install another piece of software to actually get the update up and running. But once I did, yeah, it just installed it straight into the Sim. What I have found, it's only quite a small airport, Lukla Airport, of course. It's in the mountains, what is it, near the base of Mount Everest, I believe. Quite a small airport, quite a high elevation. It's certainly one of the world's most dangerous airports, and it's always a good laugh when you try and land on this airport in multiplayer. There's nice texturing going on. Runway texturing, let's start with that as we're over the runway there. Now, I'm not sure if this is accurate to look. It's got some strange colouring going on there, isn't it? Quite unique colouring. No qualms about the texturing going on with the runway. It certainly gives the default one, which I'll be showing you in a moment, a bit of a facelift. As you'll notice, throughout this update, this add-on, you've got these animated characters. You've got a horse. Hello, horsey. Walking by there without an owner. There you go, why not? You go for a nice walk, and there's another one a little bit further up ahead there, it looks like. Where are you going? Oh, are you going into the bushes? No, you're turning around, you're going to follow. Are you on a predetermined path there? Will that one turn around and come back? But you've got different characters and different creatures, it looks like, walking around there. Let's get to this part here. I've got it on a live server. Just ignore what that chap is doing ahead there. I don't know what he's doing. I've got it on a live server for a reason, because there's things I want to show you there. But there you go. Different characters walking around, and cars driving around there, which is nice to see. You don't always find that on airport add-ons, I've got to say, animated characters. So I'm all for that. You know what, I've not been inside this building, I'm just curious. I have been inside one or two, well, one other. No. Okay, so the internals of that one is not modelled. There you go, characters walking around. If you come up here, you'll see a man, a guy walking around. There we go, caught you. And he seems to be on a path, walking backwards and forwards there. Nice to see. Couple of people doing workouts here. There you go, he's doing his, well, he's running around in circles. He's doing his sit-ups. Why not? And there's a chappie walking around there. So as you can see, if you look around, Even though it's only a small airport, if you look around, you will find many points of interest in different places, which kind of like little Easter eggs. In the control tower, you got this chap. He's been walking around for the past 15 minutes, so he seems to be on his... if you get this add-on, you'll probably find the same thing. He's just going to be walking around rather than looking at aircraft landing and controlling them. Oh dear, dear, dear. Come on, chappy. Look, there's an aircraft taking off there. Let's get out of there. And over here, I think this aircraft is part of the scenery as well. It's got his baggage doors opened and goodness knows what. Now just seems to be unloading or loading. Now what are you doing? Are you animated? Not really. No, he's stuck tiny shoelaces. He seems to be a bit confused there. Left over right, matey. And there you go. And I think that's my aircraft. That might be, well, that might be an add-on aircraft as well. I'm not sure this one here. Which one's mine? This is mine. I'm at parking lot 2 in the TBM. And I'll be showing you a flight into the airport in just a moment. A couple more characters down here. So lots of different points of interest to look at. There you go. What's she doing there? She's looking at that aircraft, and it looks like we can go in here. I've not been in here, so I'm doing this with you. Now, which is my slow down key? It's B. Just speed up a wee bit there. Just using my Xbox 360 controller. Once again for drone cam. Link to those settings down below in the description. Oh! Yeah, something going on there. Shall we listen in? There's actually no voice, no audio, but yeah. Arms raised. Oh, she's pointing. She's not happy. Get outside there. So yeah. Oh, what are you doing? So yeah, if you look around, you're going to find a lot for a small area going on. It's nice to see. Remember, just under £9. I installed it and thought, is that it? But when I started to look around, I thought, hang on, there's quite a lot going on here. Can we go in here? No, we can't. That's a shame. Couple of characters there. Yeah. Oh, a little cat. Look. Cat lovers, you're going to love it. There's a couple of dogs around too for dog lovers. Oh. So, there you go. I'm sure you're getting a point. Now, Lukla Lodge. Can we get inside there? Oh, what's that guy doing there? Oh, there's somebody on top of it. Looks like we can get up here. Can we get inside? Is it modelled? Oh, what a shame. Doesn't seem to be. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be modelled. That just takes me up if you try and go in there. Ah, what a shame. But, you know, the hotel there. There's, like I said, there's lots of different points of interest within that small package. And already for the price, I'm thinking this is quite good. Okay, well look, that's the add-on. Let me show you now Lukla in its default form. Okay, so let's give you the default view of Lukla. This is what you're probably all used to on Xbox and PC if you don't have the add-on for Xbox. Runway markings could do with a little bit of love. These are just the default runway markings. But it's nice and clear coming into land. By the way, at the end of the runway here, I'll come back to that in a moment. If we go up to these parts, it just feels a bit bare, yeah. If you look on either side here, go and look back on what the add-on brings. You do get a lot more features and a lot more life. It just feels a bit lifeless now, doesn't it? Coming from the add-on to the default. A lot of the areas are still here. What's missing are the characters and a couple of vehicles that the add-on, animated vehicles in some ways, or some vehicles, static vehicles rather, that the add-on adds. It just makes this default one now feel quite bare. Can we get inside that control tower? Take a look. So again, this is just default, remember? Now, is it going to allow me to? We're coming this way. There we go. Yeah, nothing in the control tower, as expected. Characters are all missing from down here. Was this the arrival area here? You're not going to get anything in there, I don't think. No, it just takes me on top of the building if I try and get in there. A lot of the things like the lodge is still there, but the characters are missing. Just feels a bit like a ghost town. Even the runway, the sort of parking bay designations here are missing with default. A couple of artifacting going on over here. That could well be my graphics settings though, or my computer generally at the moment. Never looked a bad airport for default Lukla airports. Just the add-on for me just adds a lot more life. There's one thing I'll be showing you in a moment. I'm going to go for a flight test just to test the FPS. And does it have any sort of knock on your PC system? The airport. At the end of the runway here, in the default, nice and clear, you can see it. There's nothing obscuring the entry points to come in and to land. As you'll see with the add-on, they've added something which makes this even more difficult to land now. Okay, let's not hesitate here. Let me show you now a flight test taking off and then coming back into land at with the add-on at Lukla Airport. Okay, let's give this add-on the FPS test. How's it on the frames on your system? As you can see, this is live weather, and it's just a blanket of snow. Trying to spot this runway will be a nightmare in this. So I'm just going to switch it just for this test. It is more challenging in live weather, and that's the way you'll normally try and land. But we'll put it in spring, partly cloudy, just so we can see all the beauty of the airport. There we go. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to throttle up. Release the parking brake. Going to set no autopilot shenanigans. Just going to fly straight and turn back and come and land, hopefully. The issue I found with this add-on, I don't remember this in default. There's a big clump of trees right at the end of the runway here. Now, if you're on PC, you can use realistic tree height. I don't have it installed, but I'm going to have to take off quickly and clear those trees. I'm going to keep my gear down. And I'm in flaps 1, or takeoff flaps. There's basically takeoff flaps and landing flaps in the TBM 850. I'll keep it in takeoff flaps position and keep my speed. Just bring my throttle back slightly. Keep my speed around about there. What I'll do, I'll fly back towards the east to try and land at Lukla. As you're flying away, the airport, the runway, because of those new texturing, it's quite visible from some distance, which is nice to see. It's always quite difficult to spot in the default add-on. It's just like I said, that big clump of trees, I'm giving you warts and all in this video. So everything that this add-on entails, yeah, it's just a shame you've got a big clump of trees right ahead of you. Let's turn before... Oh, connection lost. How's that? The scenery should stay in because I'm not flying out of this area. It's typical connection lost issues. Well, we should all be used to them by now, shouldn't we? I know people in Discord were saying they're having connection lost issues. I'm going to keep going with it. FPS doesn't seem to suffer at the moment. I don't think it's going to, essentially, people. You've got a very small footprint in the Microsoft Flight Sim world with this add-on. Just going to put it down to landing flaps a little bit fast there. I need to really adjust my trim. I set my trim a little bit too vigorously previously. There we go. Bring that throttle down. Now, oh, I'm a bit high there. Let's come down in altitude. Making a pig's ear of this. But what do you expect? Oh, shush, I know. Sink rate my bottom. Right, that big clump of trees is obscuring as you come into land. You're going to have to stay highish on this add-on. Unless you alter the tree height there. To see that runway, so I'm going to have to stay a little bit high. And then bring the throttle back. And try and bring it down. Oh, well, okay. Listen. Any landing you can walk away from, and thankfully the TBM brakes fairly well with no issues, and then you'll go and park up and all that good stuff. So there you go. Let's just stop there, shall we? FPS wise, yeah, no trouble. It's a small footprint. The trees at the end of the runway, oh, I think that needs a patch. I didn't see them in the default. I could be wrong. But it just makes landing here a little bit more of a challenge. Okay, let me now take you to my review and recommendations. So conclusion, recommendations. Do I recommend this look for... Oh, £9. Now, there's something I didn't mention. If you don't own the add-on package and you spawn in at Lukla Airport, this is what you're going to see if you own the add-on package. For those of people who only own default, so that would be the majority, well, all the Xbox players at the moment, and a lot of PC players, you're going to see my aircraft lower down. I've seen this before with other airports. London City, the Orbix version 2, for example, has a similar effect. If you don't own that, people are going to see you at different elevations. You're going to see other people at different elevations. Just be aware, I've seen people on my same level, so it looks like this is quite a popular package for PC owners at the moment. And I do like all these different little points of interest. For £9, come on. Come on. For me, it's a no-brainer. It does give the default Lukla Airport a facelift, and I do find myself, especially in multiplayer, which will be interesting now, as we're all going to be at different elevations, I do find myself flying in and out of this airport quite a lot. Yeah, come on, no-brainer recommendation from me. But do let me know your thoughts below. Do you own Lukla Airport? This add-on? What do you think of it? Are you tempted to buy it? Xbox owners, would you be interested if it came to the Xbox platform? Which I've no doubt it will. Leave your comments down below. Give the video a like if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. And I'll see you soon.